I declare
that I know
of no legal reason why I, Barry Gordon Woods, may not be joined in marriage to Jennifer Ann Mackey.
I declare
that I know
of
no legal reason
why I, Jennifer Ann Mackey,
may not be joined in marriage
to Barry
Gordon Woods. And can you both please respond with I will to the following questions. Barry, will you take Jennifer to be your lawful wedded wife? Will you love, respect and care for her?
I will.
Very definite. And Jennifer, will you take Barry to be your lawful wedded husband? Will you love, respect and care for him?
I will.
Very different.
And now the solemn moment has come for Barry and Jennifer to contract their marriage before you, their witnesses. So can I ask you both to turn to face each other to again, Barry, yours. I,
Barry Gordon Woods,
take you, Jennifer Ann Mackey, to be my wedded wife. I, Jennifer Ann Mackey, take you, Barry Gordon Woods,
To be my wedded husband.
I promise to give you my love and friendship.
I promise to give you my love and friendship.
To be there for you when you need me most.
To be there for you when you need me most.
To laugh with you, to cry with you.
To laugh with you and cry with you.
To confide in and trust you.
To confide and trust.
To comfort and support you.
To comfort and support you.
And all that I have, I share.
And all that I have, I share.
I promise to respect you and be faithful always.
I promise to respect you and be faithful to you always.
These promises I make to you for the rest of my life.
These promises I make to you for the rest of my life.
Today I stand by you,
Today I stand by you,
happy and proud
happy and proud
of the special love we have for each other.
of the special love we have for each other.
Today we celebrate all that lies ahead.
Today we celebrate all that lies ahead.
I promise to love, cherish and respect you
I promise to love, cherish and respect you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
I pledge to you faithfulness and friendship
I pledge to you faithfulness and friendship
in good times and bad
in good times and bad
from this day on.
from this day onwards.
Jennifer, I give you this ring
Jennifer, I give you this ring
in celebration of my love for you
in celebration of my love for you.
and as a pledge to respect you
And I pledge to respect you
and to grow with you
and to grow with you
for the whole of my life.
for the whole of my life.
Barry, I give you this ring
Barry, I give you this ring
in celebration of my love for you
in celebration of my love for you
and as a pledge to respect you
and a pledge to respect you
and to grow with you
and to grow with you
for the whole of my life.
for the whole of my life.
Thank you for all coming for our special day. It's been lovely to see you all. Though we wanted you all to come and it's been great. And also, thank you not for bringing the rubbish weather from out of town. As I was coming into from Darwin today, it was lashing down. So yes, it's been a lovely day. So thank you again. thank you, Vida, I've got to say, for initially getting me and Jen engaged. Yes.
Give her a
Yeah, I know. I've got to give you the little white lie that we conjured together to get Jennifer to actually go to the middle of the hotel for the cream tea for me to go and then with me and to propose. Because you just would not, would you? You'd not go cream tea with me if I said, let's go for a cream tea. Nah. I knew you wouldn't go and say no to Vida.
Yes, true.
So top Oscar acting from you, and a little bit different. So thank you. Helen, bless you, and Rob, thank you for doing the flowers. Top job, look beautiful. A lot of time taken, so I've got to put it out there. So thank you very much. Yes, I've got cue cards. I'm sorry to say, but I want to make sure I get everything I need to get in. So thank you very much for your time. Bless you. Spectacular. Right, throw it away. Right. So, next, obviously, Tim, Lisa. Thank you, and of course now Blaze, who was a recent addition, for looking after Jen today, as well as Kim, for looking after Jen today, making sure she was all prim and proper and looking spectacular. You've done me proud, you've done Jen proud, so thank you. That's another one done. See, this is going so great. Brilliant.
You're not on this end.
I know. You're cringing inside, aren't you? Bless you. Right, throw it away.
Okay.
You want to cringe now?
No! No, I'm just bracing myself. Here it comes, right?
Would you like to chew the scenery?
Go on.
Right. Jen,
Yes.
star of the show. I'm your co-star. Bless you. Thank you for, firstly, turning up. Always a bonus. And thank you for stupidly, but lovingly saying yes. And the I will. Thank you. Looking stunning. See, as I've said to many people today, all I needed was a face cloth and to try and judge. Yeah.
Can I just interject? Anyone who knows Barry knows it was far more than a face cloth. Hang on a minute, is it symmetrical?
Yeah, there is that. I am a little bit organised, to be fair. Yeah. Since we met, May the 1st, 2016? Thanks, House. Yeah, it wasn't love at first sight. It was lust at second sight. The Town Hall pub, Holton, when she went to the toilet and didn't wiggle her backside. That's all. And didn't mesmerise me.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was so deliberate.
Absolutely. Yeah. I knew then I wanted to.
I'm sorry, where are you going with that sentence?
It's not before 9 o'clock.
Charlotte, shut your ears.
No, it's beyond the. It's not quite the boat to share. Yeah. Thank you. You have been an absolute star. You've put up with my foibles, my preciseness, and just being annoying, and my cheese, which is more important. If you could tolerate my cheese, back again.
Also, that sounds
That
really
sounds
wrong.
so wrong. I know, this is going so badly. It's terrible.
He's brilliant.
And it's all.
Best one I've heard.
Oh, I rest my. Yes, I'm going to sit down. Yeah.
Is he still
Yeah,
mic'd up?
Shall I just get a bigger shovel? Is that what we need?
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
More.
More, not less.
It was more.
No. You brought the best out of me. You looked after me while I was ill. And
Don't make me cry.
no. Well, in that case then. Yeah. But you have brought the best out of me. You've just done nothing but look after me, and I want to spend absolutely every minute of the day with you, even though you don't.
That's why
you've got the
greenhouse.
guy. Yeah, that's why I bought the greenhouse. Just to escape me and them. Yes. Yeah. Annoyingness.
Yes.
So I'd like to get you to raise a toast to the star of the show, which
Barry.
is Jennifer Ann Woods. Cheers. Cheers.
To Jen and Barry.
Oh, bless you. Thank you very
Equal
much.
stars of the show.
Oh, you're too kind. And with that, I can throw it away. Sit down. Sorry, Chris, you're next. Thank you.
Tell by my age, probably my cue cards are on an electronic phone. You know, we'll say that. But is it Michael and Jen? Was it Evan? Michael?
Yes, Michael.
Yes, I joke.
Yes, I'll be seeing you later on, outside, fisticuffs.
The professional he was. Anyway,
Just saying.
I think when it comes to my uncle, it will never be one of them where I torment men, come up with some funny stories about him because he's a man.
No,
His brother, my own
20
father,
quid, that was it.
But he's always been a man of inspiration and a man that I've always looked up to. And I think I can only start from, as I've always known him, is my uncle who always worked at Blackburn Rovers, a team that I followed since I was probably 4 years old. And from when my dad used to wind me up every time, the ball, the plan on the steel walker, my dad used to wind me up, but my uncle used to get the ladders to go and get the ball back.
From the
And I believed him every second, and I used to look at him in some way like a superhero, that he would do so. And like I said, I got my opportunity in university to actually work at Blackburn Rovers, so I'd gone to Leeds to study in university, and Leeds, in an interesting way, actually put me in a placement at Blackburn Rovers where I got to work with yours truly. I know you two, especially, going to know what's coming. But I got to work in the media department, and there was a guy called Alan Yardley, and he was, and I will not young Jack here repeat what he was, but he didn't know exactly who I was or any relation to my own uncle here. And it took him maybe around 2 weeks and a couple of strings that I was able to pull to get some things done in the media department. And then one day he looks out in the box, as he used to like always see on the pedestal, and my uncle, fortunate for me, I made an error where I needed to do some seats, where I needed to put some hazardous for some event that was going on. And my uncle, bless him, he came up to me, he was like, I've sorted it for you, don't worry. And then we embraced each other, we were a massive hug, and you just saw him going red in the face, like, how do you... Anyway, he walked in, and then I was getting this selling off in an office. How do you know him? That's my uncle. Well, should have known, should I? Like, at the end of the day, it was like, oh, what? And I was like, well, I don't know what you're referring to, so what do you know? Handsome, charismatic, funny. I don't know what you're getting at, to be honest. Like, but it just goes to show he was a man that just didn't take any. He would just not be pushed over. And there were a time where we did a match against Manchester United, and he always taught me that even though I've now even today that I'll always carry that attitude into a workplace where we couldn't get any work done, and it was against like probably the biggest club in the world. And I watched the man to the left of me actually tell who's an England international and Alex Ferguson that they had to go away while we conducted our work, not knowing who on earth Alex Ferguson was, not even looking at him like he was just some old man waiting for a bus in the corner. And it was like, my jaw hit the floor, and it was like, to him, do you know who this man is? And he was like, no, get your job done so we can get home. And that was the attitude that I've always had at the end of the day. You know, you go to work, and that's kind of the way it was looked at it. And you know, to see a man who you're related to, who can have that kind of power, you always want to kind of just transpire and kind of follow. And again, to move forward into sort of with the QQ guys here, I know my dad has got a million stories about my uncle. You know, the days of him, oh, you're okay, and then he walks out the bar and he tells me that he didn't end up to the night. that we thought he was intending to be because he got too drunk to go. But end of the day, for everyone that sees someone who may have had too much, I just see a man that I greatly adore for doing it. End of the day, let's just go. Like, you know.
Yes, I'll give it a go.
And that's it. And it's just when it comes down to it, he's never failed to show me what a great uncle he is to me. He's always been there, even when I went travelling for a year. This was stupid o'clock in the morning. It was about 4:30 that we were flying, and he made no assumptions to my father that he would be here. And at Manchester Airport, it was still dark in the morning. He was there, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, just.
He was pushing you on the plane.
Yes. But that's it. He's always been someone that's just been, and like I said, I always refer to his nature. It's just a fearless attitude, and quite stubborn sometimes. And like I said, it's an attitude that, quite frankly, you never think that he was. And I only refer to the stubbornness of my grandma, who can't be here today, and that's just the logistics of it. But I'm sure Charlotte, no, you know, like I said, we tried everything, but as my dad said, it can't happen. But for you, Eddie, you would know. My uncle used to have very long hair, like a rock star, but my grandma used to chain smoke to oblivion, to the point where I used, you know, back then it was acceptable. Now you wouldn't even see it. I used to leave there, but you could hear the puffiness, and I was only 5. My uncle made a bet. I would chain off my hair. You quit the chain smoking. And none of them I've ever gone back. My grandma has, as far as I know, has never touched a cigarette since. And my uncle has never in any way
Started getting girlfriends after that.
Yeah, he did. But this is it, and his son, like I said, he's always been a great dad as well. Like I said, in terms of Charlotte, you can see here, I know I shouldn't make attention to you, but my cousin, I'm sorry. Ben Day, what a lovely father he is, and I've always seen him. Unfortunately, you won't have seen it when you're growing up, but I did. We've just been a little bit older than you. It's how much he's insensitive, and again, he showed the same attitude to me as he did with you. He always sees us as, like I said, it's hard to sometimes differentiate that we are brother and sister, because the way he treats us both, it's with just absolute love. And like I said, he's the most charismatic individual that ever come across.
Is this me and Michael?
I know. And I work, in the nature of my work, I come across people every day who claim that they are, who claim they can sell to anyone, sounds like everything. But the benchmark has always been my uncle. And I always say to myself, end of the day, if I can just take a fraction out of this, but because some days as I get older, I do find myself coming a bit too strong, a bit too stubborn. But I remind, and every time it's refreshing, always seeing my uncle, just how fun he is, charismatic, just a lovely man. And end of the day, if I can just take a piece of that every time, I know I'll always make a success out of my life. But I love you so much.
God.